Say what? Yo, who was that? ATL show coming live. We about the world. Know that we a show. We got Eddie, Tiana, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the ATL show.
Naya, what?
The ATL show's on. Duh. Get out! Get out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in the city, that's fact. Y'all, and there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay. I'm the best you other cats just spell the way. First off, I ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Either dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking open hills and places. Full of feeling foggy, I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Going against me, must be you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is true. This the message, hope it leave you from me rapper. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL, ho.
Just in time accessories. We definitely have the bling and everything in between. Just in time accessories. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. You can find Tayama on Instagram at Tayama01 or Facebook Tayama Copeland or 954-873-6659 or justintimeaccessories@gmail.com or the website justintimeaccessories.com. Everything is only $5. All jewelry is nickel and lead free. You can find Tayama live on her page, Tayama Copeland. Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out.
Make sure you go over to Goli.com and get your Goli gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoliGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support a healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goli.
Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Anthony Brown Show, and I'm yours truly. I'm Anthony Brown himself. I just want to remind everybody, definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. We see you watching, but you're not subscribing. It costs you nothing. We're on our road to 7,000 subscribers. Yes, we're on our road to 7,000. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, and we appreciate it so much. Comment below, and if you comment, we will read your comment and respond accordingly. And definitely hit that like button, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it so much. I'm joined tonight by my sister from another the very bold, the very beautiful Miss T Savage.
Hey everyone, how's everyone doing tonight?
What's going on, Miss Savage?
Hanging. All I can do is hang right now.
Okay, and I'm joined by my brother from another, the pain in my side, the thorn in my back, none other than Shorty Doo-Wop, Mr. Fashionista himself, Mr. Legacy the Great.
ATL.
I see you with that drip drip. Okay, come through then. I like that.
Don't start him, please don't.
Savage.
I do like it. I do.
Do it,
I don't
Savage.
like a lot of stuff.
Stop, Savage, please, until you do right by me.
Everything you do gonna be cursed.
And of course, we're also joined tonight by the young lady with the best cakes on this side of the Mississippi.
And
Miss
you
Miss Juicy Cake.
know, blessings, everybody.
How's it going? Oh my God, we have a full show for us tonight. It's so wonderful to be back in the number just one more time.
One more time. One more time.
To be in that number when the legacy go marching in.
Oh.
Lord, do it for him, Lord. Right now.
Happy Good Friday, everybody.
Happy everyone.
Happy Great Friday, everyone. Every Friday is a great Friday to be here with my family.
Yes, it is.
To see y'all smiling faces. Smiling faces.
Smiling faces.
You know what? Random thought. Sometimes I hate living over here because people so weird, man. People are so weird. I swear. It's a man outside. He look like he owns something and he dragging like a zombie, arms hanging. I got my eyes on him though. He come across the street, I'm in the house with the pistol.
I already know you got it in your hand.
Not right now, but it ain't too far away.
It's right there.
I got my eyes locked on this fool. He crossed the street by 2 houses down. He better not come this way because he gonna get just what he looking for.
Some lead.
Make sure you shoot him in the head, Savage, because he's a zombie.
Of
Don't
course.
shoot him in his pinky toe.
I know the rules.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he's going to be like, nah, I got to cut you.
Yeah.
Like this fool is really tripping right now.
Oh. Listen.
Let that man stay in the number, Savage, please.
Just one more
Long as
thing.
that man stay in his own personal space, I'm good.
Well, if he's outside your door, wouldn't he be in his own personal space?
Now if
Hell
he outside
no.
my door, he's violating if he cross this concrete.
Wrong product.
I feel threatened and I felt threatened for my life.
In your house?
Outside my house.
No, she's on her porch.
Yeah, I'm outside on the porch.
Put the cigarette out, Savage.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You lucky I had got down to the brown anyway.
Oh, not the brown, boy.
He already knew.
My sister gonna start smoking like her brother did.
I just want to remind everybody.
One day soon. Only got one cigarette left.
Till you go buy another pack.
Nothing.
Time to make that run. But baby got the car. I can't wait till she get her car in June. I'm gonna get her a car. She can leave mine alone.
Well, I just want to remind everybody that I am definitely a notary public in the state of Florida, and I cover all of Palm Beach County, and I also do fingerprints. So you can reach out to me for fingerprint, for notary public, for many other loan documents, trust, power of attorneys, title, bill of sale, bank forms, anything that the other people turn you down and say they can't do, I do.
Marriages, divorces.
Marriages, divorces, living wills, living trusts, healthcare declarations. So yeah, reach out to Anthony Brown. I have a website. It's notarypublicwpb.com. All my contact information is there. Also, support our sister, Miss Auntie Adrienne. Go visit her website at www.voogueme.com. Enter her discount promo code is Auntie A and receive 15% discount on stylish prescription glasses. What are you waiting for? Order today. And of course, we have Legal Legacy from Antonio Williams. Legal Legacy. It says here, have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call me. I have the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let me represent and get you what you deserve. That's Antonio Williams, 229-630-7615. Or you can email him at legacyunlocked@mail.com. Don't stop there. Don't stop. Because, most billionaires have 7 streams of income. So here's his second stream of income. He has Legacy Unlocked. When you are locked out your car, call Legacy. Again,
call me.
He's serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. And once again, that phone number is 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Definitely.
Legacy Unlocked.
I appreciate that, Tom. You sound as professional as your son, Don Allen.
It runs in the family. Hey, Paula.
Hey, man, Paula.
Miss Paula. Hold on.
Hey, Paula.
I'm going to show you Miss Paula. Hold on. Stay right there.
Miss Paula, we miss you.
Hey, Miss Paula.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Miss Paula. I know you're listening. I love you. But that lemon cake that I got the other day was to die for, girl. I'm coming tomorrow to get me some red velvet and the lemon cake. I love your sweet potato pie, but your lemon cake is better than the sweet potato pie to me. So make sure you have me a thick slice set to the side for the great one.
Make sure it's as thick as his head, Miss Paula, as thick as his head.
Why is this my okay?
Miss Paula, I came in today with my sister, Miss Jeanette Brown, and the guy said you had just left. Now, I'm kind of upset, but there was only 4 pineapple upside down cakes, and he's claimed that he was saving them for somebody that was on their way. And he was closing in 20 minutes, and I had my eyes set on him. So I gave him my business card and said, call me in case they don't show up. So I'm expecting a call first thing in the morning if they're still there when we get there. So you need to be calling me. But guess what? We went there today. My sister got your chocolate cake. She didn't eat half of it. Paul said, I think the red velvet sold out today. Yes, they were sold, the pineapple. Okay. And then I got me sweet potato pie, which I already ate that. This is what's left over. That's gone. But this I haven't tried yet. I got coconut cake and red velvet, which my sister made half of the red velvet. So yes, Paula, girl, you're doing your thing. And we appreciate you for it.
Miss Paula, if you love me like you say you do, can you at least call me or hit me on Facebook and tell me when you about done making that red velvet cake so I can come get some? Because Tony and Jeanette did not think about me today. And normally me and Tony come in there together and get it. So I think he had his ass on his shoulder today and was treating me like his stepbrother and then called me or nothing and say he was on his way.
No, I didn't have my ass on my shoulder. I was out taking care of errands and taking care of business. I'm a mobile notary. I just put up the flyer. So I'm out taking care of business, selling my oils, my fragrances, as well as notarizing. I said, let's stop by Miss Paula, get something sweet. So she said, okay.
Don't gather me like that.
Up too late. You've been gathered all the way together, sir.
All the way.
Well, yes, it was Paul and then he wanted to ask me, what about my calories?
I thought we weren't talking about that no more.
I'm telling her what you said. We're not talking about it.
We wasn't even gonna bring none of that up anymore.
We're not talking about it.
Who not talking about it?
We're not.
Now that you're talking about it, it brings me in to talk about it.
She said, I love y'all.
We love you too, Miss Paula.
We love you. Keep doing what you do. Listen, let's go right into the question of the day. The question of the day is, husband and wife married for several years. They have kids. The wife dies for whatever reason. Is it okay for the wife's sister to move in and marry to help raise the children?
Ooh.
I'm glad I don't have a sister.
You'll come back. You come back and haunt her, huh?
Listen,
I would be in there.
Biblically, that's what they used to do it back in the days. If a wife was to pass away, if the husband was to pass away, the brother would take the wife as his own and raise the kids as his own, not as his niece and nephews, but as his children. I think that was just pure white folks that was doing that back then. That was in the white country. That was in Europe, somewhere where white folks didn't have nothing else, because they still fuck each other now. Brothers and sisters that's white, they sex each other now, even to this day. So they still practicing that old Neanderthal way of thinking. But I don't know, because right now, these day and age, I don't know about marrying, but I'm pretty sure a brother or a sister may, turn over a leaf and let the husband or the wife, have sex with. It's just crazy. I couldn't see myself sleeping with my brother, wife, or girlfriend, especially when she done had children. So I'm gonna be daddy uncle.
I don't see anything wrong with stepping in and helping support and take care of the children,
right?
Because that's what family is supposed to do. But if it means take care of her sexual needs, like they ain't no other men, that part.
I'm wondering why. Juicy, I'm wondering why the sister ain't got no man. Well, it's like she over there waiting in the wing for the sister to die so she can move on in.
Not necessarily.
She was looking at him.
So your sister die. You gonna leave your dick that you already got at the house to go move in with your sister dick.
No, the single sister would. The single.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right? No, you're not. You saying?
But Tony, single. When you say single, we're basing it off of today's time. Just some people that single still they consider themselves single even though they're in a relationship.
But we're not talking about you.
But to piggyback on what saying like about the Bible, today I went to the African American History Smithsonian Museum, and one of the things that they had in there on the culture section, it talked about we got a different religion. It was big and bold, and it said they have a different religion. So when you say it was in the Bible for that to take place, it might have been what they do. I don't know about if that's what we do.
Right. That's how I know them Caucasians wrote this book.
Savage, are you gonna join us?
Them Caucasians wrote that book.
I was waiting for y'all to be quiet. Hell no, it's not okay. That's trifling. As a sister, you should feel some type of way. That's like violating the code. There's an unwritten code with friends and sisters, and that is a absolute no-no. Absolute no-no. I don't give a damn, because if you do that shit to me, I'm coming back to hunt everybody.
Damn.
I'm hunting everybody.
Coming to shut it down.
Show live, ooh, get off that dick, nigga. Ooh.
I make him never get hard.
Straight up,
Never
legacy,
get
straight
hard.
up. Ooh, she gonna give you crabs, nigga. Ooh. Right.
Wow.
I'm hunting and I'm shutting shit down.
His dick gonna never get hard.
Hey,
Huh?
but Tony, how do you feel about it, Tony? I mean, I want you to give me your opinion of it from
ATL ho.
Hey, Miss A.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey, sis.
I think Miss Adrian needs to come on and answer this question.
Definitely.
Because I think she would.
What you think about it? Miss Adrian, come on in here and give us your opinion, lady.
Miss Adrian, I put the link in the comment section. Come on in here. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on, Miss Adrian.
Tony, come on and tell us what you think about it, because you delegate, and I want you to give me your input on that.
Hold on, I'm gonna send this link to Miss Adrian. Hold on.
Okay. I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't even know no other. I'm pretty sure it is. I just haven't seen it. I haven't really, seen a lot, I guess. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story one time. I was talking to this. I was probably in the 6th grade, and I remember I was talking to this girl, and so they had them build a little honeycomb hideout. That's Miss Adrian.
That's us.
What it is?
Auntie Adrian.
She ain't got a mic.
We can't hear you.
Turn your mic on. Hey, Miss Adrian, turn your mic on.
Y'all can't hear me?
Now
Yes,
we do.
It's
we want you to answer that question of the day.
husband and wife married for years, have kids, wife dies. Is it okay for the wife's sister to move in and marry to help raise the children?
Put her glasses on for that one. I've been showing your ad every night, Miss Adrian.
I don't know. Well, have you? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. Look at her. Hey, girl.
So what do you think about that question?
Why is it lagging? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to go out and come back in.
Okay. But yeah, so they had like a little honeycomb hideout ducked off in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl wanted me to do it with her, but at that time I hadn't done nothing before, so I didn't know what to do.
Do what with her?
So, sex, man. Damn, you just want me to be nasty.
I want you to be you.
So well, fuck. Okay. Well, so let me not use that word, because a friend of mine told me that it brings about bad vibrations through the stomach area. So I'm trying not to use that word so much.
So she don't fuck?
So don't use it. It hurts your stomach.
She doesn't fuck. You can't use the word, but you can do the act.
That actually relieves high blood pressure, tension, a lot of different things. We've had a show where it says best to drop nuts.
So it's okay to have the act, but don't say the
Don't spill it.
The action and the feeling, but the verbal expression of those 4 letters cause an imbalance in your lower stomach and causes problems later. So I'm sure later on in my 60s, I'm probably gonna have to have a colonoscopy, because I've used that word a lot.
And you've done it a lot.
We're gonna just anyway. So anyway, I didn't know what to do, and I was nervous on everything I love. Her brother pushed me out of the way and said, "Let me show you what to do," and put his thing in his sister
To show you what to do.
to show me what to do.
And how'd you feel about that?
I didn't want her.
Where were you?
I probably was like in the 6th grade, and I was talking to this girl. You know, we were being fast, so they had like a little,
Was black?
huh?
Everybody black?
Yeah, they were black.
Wow. He had fucked his sister. I mean, I'm sorry. He had his sister.
Yes. Don't hurt your stomach, bro. Don't hurt your stomach. And I got that information right there from a very well-renowned, really known physician that knows what she's talking about.
Well, the reason for this question is the other day I was watching Judge, was it Joe Brown? Not Joe Brown. Judge Mathis, and he was explaining to one of his people in the audience, the plaintiff or the defendant, I can't remember, but he was explaining to them that in his day, that's how they did it. You know, so that was normal back in the days. You know, so it's very common for somebody to be the son/nephew.
What year was he? I mean, Judge Mathis can't be no more older than you, Tony. I mean, those rules apply when y'all were back there.
Where he from?
Did this motherfucker just gather me?
Tony.
Yes, you gathered me. You gathered me.
Well then, Tony, where y'all from?
Well, obviously I'm not from where Judge Mathis from because I had never heard of such a thing.
Ever.
So I don't know what backwoods countryside of the road he came from.
You know he say he from Detroit.
That's what they did that foolishness.
I get, cause boy, I think sleeping with your sister, man, sleeping with your brother, wife.
That's a no.
It's like, yes, it's a no, Miss Adrian.
That's a no.
But tell them why, Miss Adrian. Tell them why it's a no.
It's a big no.
Why the hell is this lagging?
That's where Legacy's daughter got it from. Slave.
Oh. So, Miss Adrian, you said that's a big no?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me fix this mic.
Because Paula on here watching, I had to show her all about good.
Yeah, it's.
Go ahead, Miss Adrian.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's a big no to me because I first of all, I don't want nothing that nobody I know ever had. Period. So I feel like if my sister sleep with my man when I died, and that mean that she wanted him when I was alive, and she waited good until I died so that she can go on and take jump in my spot, and I hunt that hoe from the grave. I'm a hunter from the grave.
So you're just gonna let her
That's
be happy?
funny, sis. That's the same shit I said before you came on here. I said the same shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Miss Adrian, I know you know that Bible. I know you know it's in the Bible where it say they used to do that.
I know, and we don't even have to go back that far. Like back when wait a minute, something is wrong with this mic. Why I keep hearing myself after the fact? Like back with my grandmother and them, like my great grandmother, she used to tell me stories about the stuff that they used to do. But my great grandmother was born like in 1909 or something like that. So it was a different set of rules back then than it is now. They did a lot of stuff like that. It was common, very common for women. And I don't know why. Let me just say this: white women did that.
I told you.
It was common for white women to do that. I don't know of no history of where they said no black women did it, but white women did that.
Mm, okay. So
I
you
just
would.
think that's wrong. No, I would hell no. I don't want nothing. No, listen. Say for instance, my Anya's my sis, right? If I even know somebody was interested in her, he can't talk to me. Period. Just the fact that you were interested in her at one time, that's my sister. I don't play that. Don't even talk to me.
Let me ask you a question, Auntie Adrian.
Uh-huh.
Let's say Anya had dated someone 5 years ago, and you nor that person knew that y'all knew Anya. That person didn't. That guy didn't know you knew Anya, and you didn't know that he knew Anya. And y'all got together and were talking and everything, and y'all did y'all things a few times, and then it was a gathering. You know how you like to cook and have parties, and you invite everybody, and Anya come, and you booed up with your chewed up, and Anya pull you to the side and say, "I used to have some of that." What do you do then?
That's a tough situation. It just depends on how I'm feeling at the time about that person. Because naturally, the heart loves who it loves. You know what I'm saying? So by that time, if we done been together a couple of times, if I done been with him more than once, that means I'm feeling him some kind of way. So if I come in there, if she come in and Anya's a bad example, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
We talk.
we
We
talk
didn't
too
know.
much for me not to know. And because the men, cause first of all, I'm gonna show her a picture of who I'm talking to. She gonna show me a picture. So if that does happen to naturally happen, I just can't see it happening. But if that did happen, it would just all I can say is it just depends on how I feel about that person. Because
Now we have.
if I got feelings for him at that time, I'd like I just I can't say I would leave him at that point. I'm being honest. I can't say that I would leave him.
Now we had a show one time. I can't recall if you were on the show or not. But in this example, I'm gonna paint the picture for you. In the example is, let's say you and Anya, you and the girls, a group of y'all, 4 or 5 of y'all walking into a club or a museum, theater, wherever, and y'all walk in. So since y'all are the group that came in, of course, everybody in the club kind of noticed y'all. Kind of looked that direction because y'all came in. One cute, sexy guy at the bar wants you. He's saying, "Damn, mama fine," and to his homies. "Damn, mama fine. See that one right there? Yeah, the one with the mini skirt. Auntie Adrian with the exotic glasses,
Yes, that
sexy,
would be her.
the sexy hair. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get little mama right there. So he's already spotted you. So now y'all walk in, come to the bar, and Savage or one of your girls approach him. So I mean, she likes him. Now, whether or not you noticed him or not, we don't know yet. But he noticed you. One of them noticed him. So he turns her down and say, "No, I'm trying to get with your friend right here. Are you off limits?"
Yes.
Well, why?
Because my friend had an interest in him. That's just how I roll, Tony. Seriously. It's nothing fake about me. That's just how I roll. The fact that I know my friend liked him and you know what I mean? I would feel, I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. Because I feel like that's going to cause some kind of tension. The fact that he may like me, but I know my friend and already seen him and liked him. And then if he turns her down, naturally being turned down is going to be some kind of a blow because she's been rejected. And then
Right.
here I go taking up with a man that then rejected her. Nah, I
Preach,
ain't doing it.
preach,
I
preach.
ain't doing it because that's going to cause problems. You ain't gonna tell me she ain't gonna feel some type of way, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna speak for myself. If it were me, I would feel some type of way. I
Would
would.
you,
Like,
would you
bitch,
be?
you knew I liked him. The fuck you
But Miss
gonna talk
Adrian,
to him for? That's what I would do.
Adrian, would you be thinking to yourself? Would that make you start to be at odds with your friend to think maybe inwardly first? What is it that she got that I don't got that made him choose her over me?
No, I wouldn't think that, because I just don't think that way. That's
But
just me. I'm
don't
being
you think
honest.
some? But do you think some people think like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I do think they think like that.
And then that's what starts to cause the rift, because now inward competition starts to happen, and
Yeah.
the person that's not really trying to be in a competition don't even know she in a competition, or he in a competition with somebody he look at or she look at like a brother or sister.
So you know what that is? That person has an insecurity. That person has a major, and I do know that that does happen. That definitely happens. So then that person has an insecurity, and then that person's gonna be feeling resent towards the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, if it's a person with a lower self-esteem, even if I turn the guy down, that person might still start resenting me anyway. I didn't shot him
Exactly.
down, but because, so yeah, I do. Did I hit a video? Well, did I do that?
No, Miss Adrian.
Oh, I Grace said, what the hell did I hit? Oh. I thought,
You sound like Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I'm delirious, y'all. I've been doing taxes since 4 o'clock this morning. I'm delirious right now.
Okay, I forgot to do taxes. I need to
Oh
promote
my
that more.
God. And these damn people won't stop bringing me that stuff. I ain't complaining, but I'm just saying, like, I got hit with 20 more returns today. The deadline's Monday.
Hmm.
But Miss Adrian, let me ask you a question, because I used to do them also. You still have like a 3-year window to file your taxes, even if you miss the deadline.
You actually have more. You have like a 4-year window, it 4 to 5 year window, but 3 years to get any money back from it.
Right.
So you can file for like 5 years, but they're only going to give you, if you're due a return, they're only going to give you money back off of the last 3. Yep.
But with that being like that, Ms. Adrian, is that due to try to keep the IRS from being so backed up? Uh, Good day, bro. Hi, Ms.
Hi, Jasmine.
Jasmine. Divine. Is that because they love to say that you have to have it done by April or whatever? But truthfully, there isn't a deadline because you got that 5-year window.
Right. That's true. But here's the thing. If they don't put a deadline on it for that particular year, then you're going to have everybody dragging their ass and just, you know what I mean? You got to put a deadline on stuff. You
Right.
have to. And the people who do file years later, they do penalize them. They still penalize them. But if they don't put a cap on it, because now you got a bunch of people that may wait till December, and now they trying to prepare for the following year. And here you got
Right.
these people just coming in December filing their stuff.
But
So you,
Ms. Auntie Adrian, is that because the fiscal year ends like what is it, August or September for the to go into
October.
the new year to prepare for the next year?
It's October when the fiscal year ends.
Okay.
And yeah, because here's, believe it or not, Congress starts talking about the next year's taxes, like the laws that are changed, because the law changes every year on taxes.
Mm-hmm.
It changes every year, and it's a difference between a tax accountant and a tax preparer. A lot of people think when they go into like a H&R Block or something like that, that person that they're meeting is a tax accountant. It's not. That
No,
person is just a tax
tax
preparer. They
preparer.
put all your information in the system, and then a person like me, it goes in the back, and we got to go through every one of them before it gets to the IRS.
Y'all are the ones that put the audit together.
Yes,
If
we
you have to
make
be
sure the
audited.
numbers. That's why I work for myself. I work for myself because I'm a tax accountant. So I'm not, and I did that one year though. I did 1 year. I worked for Ameritax, And I mean, I liked working for Greg. I really did. But you paying me 25% on something I can get 100% on. I'm not
Yep.
going to do that. But I was new here in Florida. I was just getting my feet wet. You know what I mean? I still had clients in Maryland, but not that many. But I had to, and then I said, I did it for that 1 year. But then after that, I had to do it myself because I can't. It's a lot of money to be made.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of money to be made. But the one thing, and I hope anybody that watches the replay hears this and sees this, your tax accountant is not the IRS. Once we hit that submit button and the IRS accepts, that's it. Don't ask me nothing about why the IRS ain't sent your shit, because I don't know.
Oh.
Because what I do, every single one of my clients, once their return has been accepted, I send them the notification from the IRS that it's been accepted. I let them know how much they're getting back. Go to irs.gov and here's your filing status. You can check all of that yourself.
Sure can.
Then you get the people, well, Joe Blow got their taxes 3 days. How come mine taking so long? I'm not the IRS. I don't know. And a lot of people get that mixed up. They think that we have control. I don't have control over that. I don't see what the IRS has. I can only see my system. If I submit something and something on that file's not right, they'll reject it. Tell me what the rejection is. I fix it. But then once the IRS accepts it, I'm done with it. I'm out of it. It's nothing. And you know, if you did taxes, you know what I'm talking about.
And one thing I tell people all the time, Auntie Adrian, is this. Anything that changes significant, like if last year you filed one child and you got money and everything went through, if you add another child to that the next year, you are going to most likely going to get audited till you show proof that that child is yours.
It's your child, unless it's a brand new baby.
Unless it's a brand new
baby, that's it.
But you talking about somebody you've been filing one child for the last 8 years, and that's the same child consistently. You wonder why you're getting it back so fast, because you showed a pattern that this was your child.
Exactly. That's
but
right.
if you add another one with that child, you're gonna be audited. They're gonna slow
look, and they 14 years old. Like, where the hell did this child?
I adopted.
Like, where the hell did this child come from?
I adopted.
You that right? Listen, you know, but when this is my 34th year doing taxes. When I started doing taxes, when we used to have y'all remember the books they used to have in the library and stuff? And I used to do everything with a calculator and write stuff down with pencil and paper. People used to claim dogs, cats. They used to claim dead people because the IRS didn't require you to submit them with a social security number for the person you claimed. They was getting away with murder. They was getting away with so much money. That shit went automated, changed the whole game.
Right.
Soon as they put that stuff in the system, it changed.
Like I found out when I lost the son, Miss Adrian, the IRS gave my children's mom the opportunity to claim my son that we lost because he was a newborn for 3 years, even after he was deceased.
The IRS does strange things. That's why, like, people who have a baby in December, anybody that's born on December, if your child's born December 31st, the IRS will give you the whole credit for that year.
Yep.
Unless the baby is born deceased.
But that baby born January at 12:01, January the 1st,
forget about
it.
What we got here? The strawberry letter.
Yeah, we're gonna
okay.
Go right into the letter of the day. But before we go into the letter of the day, let me find our little commercial.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more. Send your letters to theanthonybrownshow@gmail.com.
Oh,
You
shit.
subject, he's my soulmate, but I'm not his. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a 32-year-old woman and I'm in love with a married man. It all started when we met at a former job. Our chemistry was crazy. We fell for each other hard. Our coworkers could even sense the deep connection we shared. We never really defined our relationship. So I took it as we were just friends with benefits, but it felt like so much more. We are both parents that decided to return to school to pursue our degrees, and we would help each other with our assignments. We took trips together, etc., just as if we were together. I had to end the friendship/relationship when he moved an ex-girlfriend in with him after she admitted that she had lied to him about her son being his for 8 years. I couldn't believe that he would accept that, and it was too hurtful to watch him be with another woman. That relationship ended, and now he's married to a girl that's younger than him. They have a child and seem happy together. I want to put these feelings behind me and move on, but I can't seem to find the love and passion that we shared with anyone else. I've been in two unsuccessful relationships since him. It's been 5 years since we split, but whenever I see him, I still get nervous and everything comes rushing back to me. Please help so I can move on. I mean,
Oh,
Okay.
I'm confused. I missed who was this person? Her boyfriend?
They never defined the relationship. You still knew.
Oh,
but he was married the whole time.
No,
No.
Then I
she
missed that
said.
part.
Anthony,
She
can
said.
you just play it again, please?
That's what it seemed like in
Because
my
it seems like
opinion.
a lot of confusion. Just play it again, please.
Let me go back.
I got feedback in my ear. That's why I can't hear it.
Mute, Miss Adrian. Everybody mute.
thank you, nephew. Subject, he's my soulmate, but I'm not his. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a 32-year-old woman and I'm in love with a married man. It all started when we met at a former job. Our chemistry was crazy. We fell for each other hard. Our coworkers could even sense the deep connection we shared. We never really defined our relationship. So I took it as we were just friends with benefits, but it felt like so much more. We are both parents that decided to return to school to pursue our degrees, and we would help each other with our assignments. We took trips together, etc., just as if we were together. I had to end the friendship/relationship when he moved an ex-girlfriend in with him after she admitted that she had lied to him about her son being his for 8 years. I couldn't believe that he would accept that, and it was too hurtful to watch him be with another woman. That relationship ended, and now he's married to a girl that's younger than him. They have a child and seem happy together. I want to put these feelings behind me and move on, but I can't seem to find the love and passion that we shared with anyone else. I've been in two unsuccessful relationships since him. It's been 5 years since we split, but whenever I see him, I still get nervous and everything comes rushing back to me. Please help so I can move on.
Wow. Wow.
Now, let me see. Okay, he said she was in love with a married man. She said in the beginning. So he was legally married, but not with the wife, because he couldn't have been with the wife if he was able to move his ex in, who he found out that he had a child from. So
Right.
that tells us that
That's
he
what
wasn't
confused me.
right. So that tells us that he wasn't with the wife. He was still legally married to the wife, separated. Another person that he screwed 8 years ago comes to him and said, "Hey, guess what? 8 years ago when we did the do, this is your child." So now he love for the child, he moves the girl in. So my thing is, because him and her, who was hunch buddy in college, two parents that went back to school to get their degrees. And while in school, they developed a chemistry because they never really identified or dictated what their connection was. To him, it was friends with benefits.
Right.
Because women are emotional creatures.
She said to her too.
She got
Yeah, she delusional because obviously these feelings was one sided. Because
It was. He didn't feel the same.
no, and because he went on with other people several times, so she was delusional.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say this. I think her problem was, and I don't know why, but most women, I believe in anything that you want, you let it be known that it's something that you want, whether it's a man wanting a woman or a woman wanting a man, or a man wanting a man or a woman wanting a woman. You have to go ahead and step out on faith and say, I'm gonna let this person know that I want you. And I don't just want sex, I want this from you. So therefore, if maybe had she went on ahead and told this man that she wanted to be in a real relationship with him and not just having sex, that their sexship could have turned into a relationship. So you can't expect somebody to just automatically think that, oh, we're in a relationship because we enjoy having sex with each other. You have to make it be known. But most women will sit back and think, well, okay, I'm gonna just let him make the move and tell me he want to be in a relationship. No, we're two grown people. If you want a relationship, let him know that you want a relationship, and he can tell you yes or no, and you'll know how to move from there. But
he had already told her that.
Huh?
He already had told her that. That's why she just left it the way it was. Because I'm a woman and I know how we think, he had then already told her it couldn't be no more than a sex shift. And she hung on with the hopes that maybe if I stroke him a little bit more to the left the next time, he might want to make me his woman. I'm just saying. I say what people don't want to say. But that's what I'm saying.
Boy, something about that left side, boy.
That's
Something
what
about
I'm
that
saying.
left side.
She figure, well, maybe if I do the look back on him or something like that, you know what I mean? Pop, lock, and drop it a little bit tighter. Maybe the next time he'll make me his woman. It's that thing, you know what I mean? So I believe he made the intentions clear. Because why would she stay with him all that time? First with him being married, then here he come with this other, and she probably felt bad, like, damn, I've been fucking you all this time. You ain't never, you know what I mean? You ain't never took it to another level with me. Now here come this bitch from years ago telling you about some baby, and now you done moved her in. She was in her feelings by that
This is
time.
what I put together, though. This is what I put together.
Go ahead, Legacy. I know you didn't put something together.
This is what I put together. Is the reason the man and his wife is separated is because he has a supposedly 8-year-old child on the side. So they're separated because of that. Now, come to find out that while they're separated, even though they're separated, he's still doing his thing, and maybe his wife doing her thing. But even though that they found out later that the child wasn't his, it does not remove the action that you were sleeping with in the first place.
Wait a minute. Wait. They didn't say they didn't find out the child wasn't. They said the relationship is no longer together.
You said quote you back a minute ago that the man was married, and nowhere in there did they say he ever got a divorce.
Right. I said that.
But it does say that he remarried.
Right.
So what I'm telling you is that if I put it together, the reason you're separated is because you had an affair. Your wife
left his ass.
Has you out of your home because of a child that you supposedly had made with another woman, but the lady lied. But it did not remove the fact that you went through the action of having sex with that woman. Even if the child is not yours, you could not definitively say you did not sleep with that woman. So, boom. Now you're out in the house because you're separated. So you're separated and you're having sex with different women. One of them got hooked. One of them was so hooked she lied and said that you was the baby daddy. And then how you know about the situation is because he was sharing this information with you about this woman lied about this baby. But then you get in your feelings knowing that y'all wasn't in a relationship because he decided to move this woman in his home. Y'all are not in a relationship. Y'all are in a fuckship. So therefore, you have no reason to be upset. And then on top of that, your stuff wasn't that good because even after he broke up with her, he went with somebody else that was much younger than you and remarried that person. And that devastated you because you were still holding on, hoping that after that breakup with the lady that lied about the child, you were going to be back in there. He was going to give you a true shot. But truly, he felt like you wasn't worthy.
Well, the reason why he did that is because why buy the milk when you got the cow for free? She was letting him do any and everything he wanted to do anyway. That's a given. So why make, you know what I mean?
Putting it in her ear, a back door cat, her front, everywhere.
She was doing everything anyway. So why buy the cow when you get, buy the milk when you get the cow for free?
So do the lady need help with figuring out how to get over him?
Yes.
Yes. Help her get over it is what she wants.
Come on, psychologist.
If another dick ain't gonna change her mind, she might need to get hypnotized.
That's her problem. She got hypnotized.
She got dickmatized. She need to get hypnotized so she can figure out how to change her mind.
I feel that she needs to just,
she need to learn love herself.
Oh, here we go with this love yourself shit.
Well,
but that's
apparently
true.
She don't. If she's searching around and wanting somebody to love her and she don't love herself, ain't nobody gonna love her. That's why ain't nothing working.
Nah, now Juicy on to something with that one.
Y'all don't think
that's
Miss
RuPaul
Adrian,
line. If you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
All right, RuPaul.
Listen. So y'all
I
really
love me some. I'm in love with me some RuPaul. Okay.
I gotta ask y'all something on this panel. Y'all really think because people go through hardship in relationships that they don't love themselves because they love somebody that much?
And insecurity is a weakness of self-esteem. That's lack of love. That is a lower vibration of love.
Juicy, you think people, I think everybody has some form of self-esteem issues.
But some people have it more than others to where they allow themselves to be mistreated and they are okay with it. Clearly that she's accepting and she wants less than she deserves, less than she's worth. I mean, she was asking for help.
I think she gave herself away, kind of like what Auntie Adrian just said a few minutes ago, that the man did expose that he didn't want anything more than that. Because what she said is that he is her soulmate, but obviously he revealed to her that she wasn't his.
She also said that he did not declare anything, and she cut things off because she couldn't stand to see. See, if she started seeing, she valued how he felt and what he was going through more than what she was going through. She cut their relationship off because she couldn't stand seeing him go through what he was going through.
She cut her fuckship off. She didn't cut their relationship off.
This is what that's what she said. She felt she was in a relationship.
She didn't cut it
and
off.
She said she cut it off.
Said that, but she didn't cut it off. He cut it off when he let the other woman move in.
There you go, right there.
Because that's what she got
never cut it on. He never cut it on. He was just
fucking.
Your stomach, Tony, your stomach.
He was just.
But in her mind, she really was in a relationship with him. In her mind, she was.
In
In
her
her
mind, she
mind, she
thought
was in a relationship.
she was preparing herself for one. You know, she thought she was doing all the things to giving him time. But when he showed her with that moving the X in. Yeah. He showed
But
her.
that's what lost me. I didn't thoroughly understand if he was moving the X in to help her because she was in a situation and he still cared about her even though she lied about the child, or maybe and I'm a man, and most men will tell you if they're dealing with a woman who they know have multiple guys that they're dealing with, and the reason that he was vulnerable to the accusation was because he knew that he was having unprotected sex with the woman. So this is why he was vulnerable to her accusing him of being the father. Right. So my thing is, he didn't feel like she lied to him. He felt like he knew that she had other people that she was dealing with, and it was a possibility that the child could be his. The girl, the woman who's talking in the letter, is the one who has the ill feelings toward the woman because that found out that the child wasn't his, and she felt like he should be bitter towards her because the child wasn't his, and he probably was paying financial obligations to the child. But even with that being said, when we know that we dealing with a woman, or a woman know that she's dealing with a man and she's, allowing herself to sleep unprotected with multiple people, we know that there's a risk, that there's a chance of through sex you can catch STDs and you can create a child. So that's why he didn't hold any bitter feelings towards her, because he knew who she was and what she was before, and what they were doing before the child got conceived.
True that.
And she the one who took it personal, because she not only did she take it personal, she felt like that was a way for her to woo him away from her by saying that there was a possibility of that child being his. And any man who, if their relationship didn't go bad and if they just separated, if there's a chance to be back in a relationship with my children's mom and we can salvage the relationship and raise our child in the same household, it's a chance that, we want to do that.
I agree with Juicy, though, piggybacking what Juicy said earlier, where the self-love thing. And what I mean by that is, and I'm going to say is because if you know that he wants nothing with you, if you know there's not a chance of you finding happiness with this man, if you know this man has moved on with his supposedly baby mama, then another woman after that, and married, and they appear to be happy, and yet you still holding on to a fantasy, then you're crazy, you're delusional. So
well, you know what that was? She felt like that could have been her.
She felt that right. She felt it could have been her, and because reality
That's
is
envy.
And because reality is not you, and you're putting yourself through this, because you're putting yourself through this. No one's putting you through this but you. Because the only person that can allow you to move on is you. So it got to be something within you that's more powerful and more strong than him, or the desire for him to allow you to move on. And that's what she's not tapping into. And until she's able to do that, she's going to continue to feel the way she does, miserable. And they say miserable deserves company. I can't be your friend.
Well, that goes back to that movie, and I think me and Savage talked about it before. What I think it was with Taraji P. is called Acrimony.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like how that went. Even though the man was totally in love with Taraji in this movie, her nosy, busy sisters, kept pushing till she got a divorce from her husband. And her husband had a dream that, that they were going to be rich. And once she got a divorce, another woman came back into the picture and helped them see through the vision and the dream. And they finally got what they was looking for, and they became millionaires. And after that, Taraji, the man, went and met her and gave her a check for $10 million and bought the house back that she lost and stuff like that. And even though she got all that money and that home in this movie, he had to moved on and got married and started doing. It totally messed her up because she felt like, damn the money and damn the house. The man that was really for me, I lost him because of what other people thought.
Exactly.
And it was actually a great movie. Taraji played. I thought she should at least got an Oscar for that movie, but she definitely played her part. And I think it was Savage or Tayama was telling me they was talking about coming out with an Acrimony 2.
They need to, because I need to know what happened.
Her ass supposed to have died when she fell in the water.
I don't like how it ended at all. I do not like how it ended.
If you haven't seen Acrimony, this young lady that we're talking to and trying to help today, you need to go watch it, mama, and learn what not to do from what Taraji did. Because what you're doing now is cyber stalking, and you are hurting yourself, because you need to realize that y'all friendship, sexship was never a relationship, and go on and live your life. There's somebody else out there for you.
Yeah, like Craig often says on the show. Craig says, you know, whatever you're looking for is also out there in the world looking for you. But you have to be in a place of ready to receive to be able to find it.
Absolutely.
And if you're still in a place of searching for what's not for you, you'll never be in a place to find what's really for you.
But Tony, how do they know?
That's one reason why I say she needs to find the love for herself, because she also said she's been in other relationships and they're not going anywhere, but they're not going anywhere because of her.
Because they're not him.
That man is occupying her space in her brain. It ain't no room for no other man because he in her head still.
And no one will be able to go there if she doesn't clear that out and start to realize that him is her and whoever it's going to be.
Exactly.
Whatever moves he was using, I gotta get hold to his book.
I really don't think you need his book.
How you know, Juicy? How do you know?
Don't do it,
Juicy. Listen about.
On that note.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrown@gmail.com.
When I released my first book, I remember thinking very heavily about Elon Harris and how he did it, how he managed to reach millions of people around the world through his work, and how I would do it. His readers became my readers. I write because it's my passion. I write with black people on my mind and black gay men in my heart. Toni Morrison gave me the courage to say that out loud.
Yes, I can write about white people. White people can write about black people. Anything can happen in art. There are no boundaries there.
I could write about anything, anyone, but I choose to write about our experience.
And I spent my entire writing life trying to make sure that the white gaze was not the dominant one in any of my books.
Book of Jewels is my love letter to black people.
It has nothing to do with who reads the books. Everyone, I hope, of any race, any gender, any country.
Book of Jewels is 11 of the biggest life lessons that I've learned to date, and the stories behind those lessons. Book of Jewels is available now on Audible, all e-readers, and Amazon.com. Visit www.craigthewriterstewart.com for more information.
Okay, let's go into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic was, are black women and Spanish women raised differently? Are black women and Spanish women raised differently? I had a video. Let me see if I can find it. I probably shouldn't show it. I'll probably get a copyright strike if I show this video a little bit long. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on.
That's not you.
Don't be a hater all your life.
That is not your ministry, honey.
At all.
Okay, here's the video. Hold on. Y'all see that?
No.
Then I can't show the video because.
I can see it, but it's just small.
Just play it. We can hear it.
Okay.
Most black women are raised to be independent.
No, we can't hear it either.
Let's be real. Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. If the daddy wasn't shit, I'll raise you along by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Spanish girl is raised to serve. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got out with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spazzed on it in Spanish about da 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 da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up my own plate, she gonna say, "That's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like him." This woman, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real. Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. If the daddy wasn't shit, I'll raise you alone by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Spanish girl is raised to serve. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got out with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spazzed on it in Spanish about da 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 da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up my own plate, she gonna say, "That's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like him."
You know what bothered me when I hear black men make comments and stuff like this, as if they got a problem with it, but they the ones who was absent, so them women weren't able to use them. Like he's not saying the black mother is strong and she's independent, so of course her offspring's gonna be the same, because ain't no man in there for her to use to teach how to be a wife. She wasn't a wife.
But why was he absent? Let's start there.
That's what I was about to say. So the black man needs to start addressing why y'all ain't there.
Now the reason why, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he's not there, and it all started back in the late '70s to early '80s when they started this I forget what it is, this movement
Section
where
8.
the Section 8 program. When they started that program was where government told black women, you don't need a man in the house. We'll take care of you. Mm-hmm. We meaning government, will give you housing. We'll give you a free house. We'll give you a food stamps, and we're gonna give you money. Just get that nigga out your house. So,
but you know what? It was black men back then. At that time, it was after the draft. When they returned, they were strung out on drugs. And there was no support for them but the women who they were going to, and they weren't able to make their bills, eat, or what have you. So it was, we'll give you assistance if you do this, but we won't take care of that man. So yes, it's a problem because it's been oppressed upon us by the oppressor. pick up the home of the black man didn't fight that addiction. That black man didn't go keep working. He didn't say, no, sweetheart, you don't need them. I'm gonna do it. So still, like, I'm not placing blame, but it does bother me so much to try to act like one is accountable, and when both parties are.
But Juice,
Both
let me say
parties
this.
are at fault.
May I
We need to
interject?
love each other better.
I agree with you about we need to love each other better, but I have to, from the 50s to the 70s, the black marriage was the largest rate of marriage in the United States of America.
True. That's
There
true.
was no race in the United States that was more married and religious than the black people of America.
And the Vietnam War ended in 1975.
Okay, so let's look at that.
Then that's when they came in and started
But
being strung out
Juicy,
on
but
heroin and
listen,
stuff.
Juicy, as I hear you say that the black man should have fought, you know what the black woman should have said? I don't need your assistance. Me and my husband will get this together.
At the same time, it wasn't happening.
Okay, what wasn't happening?
They weren't getting it together. That's why she sought for
But
help.
let me tell you what's the number one most addictive drug in the world. Heroin.
Heroin. That's what they got hooked on over in the Vietnam.
That's what I said.
No, I know you did, but this is why I'm finna tell you something. By them being strung out, and if we can go back to the 50s to the 70s, black folks didn't have enough financial money to buy that drug. So in order to keep first of all, they was already in Vietnam where a lot of the heroin is at. So the military was allowed to have access to this drug because it kept the troops alert and ready to go to battle.
Oh,
so
okay.
They had full access to heroin. There hasn't been one war that was fought where troops came home addicted to drugs as they did from the Vietnam War. So when our troops come home, our people come home, they come back home to racism still, they come back home to injustices, and they come back home to their wives, thinking that them going to the military financially would make them be able to come home and support their family better because they went to the military. Their white counterparts were financially set from taking care of their kids, and the military was financially keeping them stable when they came home. So here you are, the black thinking that you come home, you serve your country, and you get back, and yes, your wife and your children that you may have are in a stable place. But guess what? When you come home, you find out that your wife and children are on a Section 8 housing, and our government has passed a bill that if you're married or if you're planning on having a man in your home, that you have to be off of this here. So let's just say that for 3 years, as the Vietnam went on, you haven't had to pay rent or lights. As those 3 years went by, you have become accustomed to not having financial responsibilities of paying your bills in that way. So it becomes okay to not have that black man in your household. But guess what? I still will take child support from him. He still has an obligation to these children, and I'm still okay with you not being here. Now, as the years go on, as the years pass, we go into the 80s, Nancy Reagan lighted up again. Bill Clinton come behind them, lighted up again. And guess what? Now we're at a place now where the marriage ratio of African Americans is 42%, as I can remember, more than what it was from the 50s to the 80s. So when we talk about why the black man is not in the house, we've become accustomed to not being there because we haven't been there in 80 and 60 years.
But again,
did anybody see Dead President?
Yes.
Dead Presidents is a great example of how our men went to war and came back fucked up.
Yep, it
Yes.
really was. I
All
was
the way
just
fucked
thinking
up.
about that. Smoky
My
on them
father,
drugs.
my father is a Vietnam veteran. He died in the VA hospital last year. He was a heroin addict. He came back from the war strung out on heroin. He died with about 30 years clean and serene and sober from using heroin. My mother stayed by his side and we went through it. I was raised on how to be a wife because I saw my mom be a wife. But I also saw my mom be a strong black single mother. When my father was strung out in the streets, I had to save my daddy's life by when he had a needle stuck in his arm. So all that we speak about, I lived it. I understand it and I know it. But I also know through being growing up in the system of the addiction, he had a choice. And he didn't.
How?
All
Juicy,
men.
how did he have a choice when you are mentally disturbed because of the drug that you are taking? You are not who you usually are.
I understand that. I do understand addiction.
I think she's saying they had a choice to use the drug.
Not well,
Again,
even in the army, my dad said when he was over in Vietnam, in his safety pack, like his life-saving pack, was heroin. His own, they gave him every month, they gave them heroin to have on them to use. So it was given to them and it was of access. It wasn't a matter if they had money or not, they had it. When they came back here, they were stealing for it because it wasn't as readily given to them as it was.
right.
The military created this problem. So to sit here and make it seem like the black woman didn't do what they were supposed to do, they too came back and had to struggle with all that they were being faced with. And so when I say why the man had the choice, I'm very sensitive about it, and I don't want to put not a brother down. But at the same time, we have to have the willpower. We've got to fight together. You can't. Y'all want the women to do it. If the women ain't strong enough to do it, and to keep you in the home, and we go seek help elsewhere, we wrong.
No, that I don't think that nobody's wrong. What I think is, based off of what you said, is that pretty much we needed to get it together. And and the only thing that I have a problem with you saying on that, Jude, is the fact that I don't know if you've ever had an addiction, but I've had one before. Not a drug addiction, but I've had a cigarette addiction. And all my life, I've never went with using drugs. I really don't like to drink and things like that, but I got addicted. Oh, and I got a vagina addiction. And all my life, I only thing I've ever been outside of human nature is a cigarette, and that was the hardest thing for me to break, even though I did not want to do it, because it became a part of me. So I can just imagine what a person was like going in as a regular person and never having an addiction, and then around everybody, and then you're using it because it saves your life, because it keeps you alert, it keeps you going, to come home and now you don't have it and you're not the person that you normally are because this addiction is on you. They call it a monkey and it holds to you. And I got a brother, right? Matter of fact, I got two brothers right now that are strung out and addicted to drugs right now. And one of them been doing it 20 years, and he's from the military, and I've watched him go to at least 15 different rehab centers. And he comes out and he does well. But some kind of way it comes back and grab him again and put him back in that place. I think what the man is saying right in this video is, I don't think as great of mothers as each one of you women are on this podcast, it's nothing for you to still show and teach your daughters, because I'm pretty sure each one of y'all, Savage, you don't have a son, so I can't use you. But I know Miss Adrian and I know Juicy both have sons. And I guarantee you Miss Adrian has definitely tried to show her boys how to make sure that they know how to wash clothes, how to get in there and cook them something, just in case you don't have a woman to do this.
They know all of that.
But that's because those are life lessons, and I guarantee you, you have taught your son how to nurture and cater to a woman. And how you get that personally is because you are a woman and you want your sons to have the best choice of when they look out there at a woman and say, this is the type of woman that I would like for you to bring toward, me meeting. I would like a woman to know that that woman is going to be able to cook for you. I would like to know that this woman is going to be in your corner even when it's hard. She's still going to have your back, because guess what that does? That takes the pressure off of the mother to know that their child is going to be loved just as equally as she loved them or as you guys love them. So those are things that even if you don't have a man in your house, you still have sons so that you can teach your daughter, especially if she's an older daughter. Maybe you need to get up and learn how to wash these dishes. Maybe you need to know how to clear the table. And that's how your sons should know that you need to take the trash out, so that they can know that when they got their wife or their girlfriend that they're living with, that you do this part right here to make it easier to where your woman don't have to take out trash, especially if you're home. So when you were saying that the Spanish mother was mad at the daughter because the man got up and had to empty his own plate, that is a lesson that she has taught her daughter, is that that's not his job to remove that plate. That's your job. You're his woman. So our women, you guys, I'm not going to say you guys, but women nowadays teach women, fuck a man. He got 2 legs, he got 2 hands, he can do that. He can fix his own plate. But those same things are not being taught in other races home. From Asian, Filipino, Mexicans, Hispanic, those women get up and do those things for their man. And they teach those things right now.
I guess my problem.
Go ahead, Ju.
My problem was in the comparison of race and women, and insinuating as if black women ain't teaching their daughters properly and how to be a wife, but to be independent.
They're not.
And the thing of it is none of this still says, who are we teaching them to be? We teaching them to be dependent on who? On the man who gonna cheat on us while we pregnant?
Women cheat.
Yes, women do cheat, but see now we going back. So just the same as women cheat, men can scrape their plates.
But at the same time, guess what? We're not saying that it's wrong. We're just saying that other races teach their daughters to cater to their husband, which a husband is definitely looking for that softer side when he comes home and have to be in front of a woman. He's definitely looking for that softer side. And as a man, and I'm a man on this podcast, I want to come home to my woman, and whether if I get there first and we're home, if I start cooking, I don't have a problem fixing my woman or my kids' plate. I don't have a problem with that. But if my woman is home and she's cooked and I come home after her, I would love for my woman to fix my plate and bring it to me. Now, I'm not worried about her dumping my plate. I'm not nowhere near worried about that. But to bring me my plate, to bring me my drink, I would love that. That makes me feel loved. It makes me feel satisfied. It makes me want to be in the presence of that woman.
Makes you feel appreciated.
It makes me feel appreciated.
Well, let me say this. I'm not Hispanic by any sense of the word. I'm 1,000% black, far as I know. And I do all of that for my man. I do.
Yes.
And I have even said to some of my female friends that things they do, like, you don't cook that man no food. You don't make sure that man know. And they'll tell you I've said that to them because that's how I am. But let me tell you why those Hispanic women teach their children, their women, their girls to do what they do. The Hispanic men work their ass off and they bring their money home and they do what men are supposed to do, and that's take care of their family. And that is why they teach those women to their children to be that way. That's why
maybe
I can say this because I've got two Hispanic daughter-in-laws. Both of my daughter-in-laws are Hispanic. But let me tell you what my son said to me about my oldest son said to me about his wife. He said, "Ma, Wendy is so much like you. It's ridiculous. Wendy does everything because he saw me do those things. I took care of my house. I took care of his father. I did the things that Hispanic women do. So I don't think it's fair to say that Black women are not teaching their daughters these things, because we 100% do." Hold on, y'all. This is my client right quick.
I feel the women that aren't doing it for these Black men who are missing out, it's because they ain't seeing these Black men as needed. I mean, not every man is coming to the table as a man.
Juicy, I think you said when you was first finna say it, but you changed it. The Black woman doesn't see the Black man as needed. And the only time that Black women
worth it, like he's not worthy of it.
Right, and the only time Black women feel that the Black man is needed is when another man of another race or another man of our race is putting their hands on them. See, and when you say that right there, Juicy, a lot of women feel that way in our race, that men ain't shit because of their poor choice making. Some of that has to do with your poor choice making. Because guess what? I'm pretty sure that there have been good men that have tried to come into these women's lives, and because these women are looking for a specific type of man that looks a certain type of way, that has a certain type of money, that has a certain type of credibility in the streets, that person, that good dude that came along that working 9 to 5, that gonna bring his check home and put it all in the house, he's not appealing to them. So therefore, her choice making of what she's looking for in a man she has to hold herself accountable for her poor choice making.
I don't know. I know that today I've had men ask me, "Ooh, when you gonna cook for me?" And I tell them right off, I don't cook for men today. I cook for my man. I cook at home, but ain't no I'm coming to your house and I'm gonna cook you a meal. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm not playing wife. I ain't giving.
Is this a man that you are dating?
I haven't been in a dating relationship in a while, so that's one thing. But if it was someone I was dating, I'm different. We ain't gonna go there. But
the reason why I asked the question is because I often say, and I'm hold on to this wholeheartedly, is men and women. This goes both ways. A man is looking for a woman that's going to be like his mama. So he's looking for a person with wife qualities. And if you're not showing wife qualities while you're doing the dating, then what makes him want to wife you? Vice versa. A woman is also looking for a man with husband qualities. And if he's only displaying boyfriend qualities, what makes her say, "I want to marry him"? You have to be it before you be it. So they have to see it before they see it.
I totally agree with that, Tony.
It's just like on a job. You have to play the part or show the responsibility before they give you the keys.
That's right.
I think you have to be part, but not play it completely. I don't agree with it. Because
Juicy, I'm trying to, as much as I love all of your philosophical stuff that you say, I love it. My thing is,
even the daffodils and the rainbows.
Yeah, I love all of that. I love all the unicorns and stuff. But mama, you have to understand that as much as people say, "Oh, this ain't play, we ain't playing," you are playing a part. It's like you're auditioning for a role of life.
Exactly.
And even you either gonna have a man play a role just so he can keep fucking, or you gonna have a man to play a role so that he can build with you. And all of that, it comes from what all the woman does. If a woman shows these qualities, then guess what? That man is going to go from just wanting just sex and be around you to, hold on, I can see myself marrying this woman. And me knowing you, I know you don't want to just love you based off of how your body look and how you you know you do things compared to you want a man to embrace your veganness and how you live and how you cook. So you're gonna find somebody that embrace that for real, who won't break or try to break you into going back into something that you do or don't do. So here it is, you talking about a man or a woman shouldn't show all the traits of what someone would be willing to be able to receive from you, but you want them to give you their real version of them. That's impossible.
What
Hey,
it
I got
sounds.
a question.
Well,
I got a question.
go ahead.
So a man. So if a woman don't cook, she can't get married. I'm just listening to everything y'all saying.
No, I'm
But
not saying that.
No, that's
No,
not
nobody
what I'm
said
saying.
that.
no, I'm not saying that y'all said that, but it's,
I'm gonna answer your question, Anya. What I'm saying is, whatever the qualities is that he looks for during your courtship, he's gonna tell you that. My
Yes.
mother, he's gonna tell you, my mother always cooked for my dad. That's the kind of woman I'm looking for. So if he's telling you that, and you know that's not your quality, then that's not a man that you need to be pursuing. So during your courtship, you tell people what you like, dislike, want, don't want, will, and won't tolerate. So if you're still pursuing this person and there's issues later, well, he told you what he like and don't like in the beginning. It's like sex. If he tell you he like oral sex and you say you don't suck dick, then you catch him cheating. It's not that he don't like you. It's just that he's going to get what you're not going to give him.
Exactly.
So for the record, like for when you ask that question about me, I cook. We eat dinner at home every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Make our juices, make everything. So to me, if I'm dating a person, this is how I live. You marry me, this is how you'll live. So ain't no need for me to sit here and act like I'm a cook for you every day just to show you I cook for you every day. I cook for me every day. So
I mean, I got that
it's
cake.
inevitable as far as I see it. Now
got
I hear other people might have to do some things. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that. But like I said, my problem with that video was how he was putting that race of Mexicans or Hispanics was raised this way and blacks was raised different. And I still feel that it's not about the way we were raised, it's about the way we were oppressed. Because there are women who, I think I shared this with you about my ex-husband. His grandmother, she ain't fixing no man plate. She didn't raise her daughters nor her children with that mindset to fix the plate or to expect the plate to be fixed. She was raised in North Carolina and on a plantation, and that was what you did for master. And we ain't gonna be oppressed no more.
But Juicy,
That shit
what
don't
did
happen in her
Juicy?
family.
But Juicy, let me show you how that came back and bit her grandmother in the ass. You also shared with me that in that story, when you was married to that young lady's brother, and she saw how you catered to your husband, that she said that was beautiful and that she wanted to be just like that.
Yeah. And when she got married, she treated him like that. And you know what?
Because guess what,
Cheated on
Juicy?
her.
Let me ask you a question. Was the grandmama still married?
I think her husband had died.
He probably was glad to be dead. To wake up every morning to a bitter old lady that
she wasn't bitter, she was a sweetheart.
No. Listen. To tell someone, well, I'm gonna use a prime example. Let me use a better example. Of course, we know that black women, I would say that black women saved us from slavery. I would give black women that because of the rate of rape that they endured, the rate of raising their children in the midst of that, along with raising white children in the midst of that they also maybe kept master off their husband's back so much because of what the husband was doing to them. So I would give the completion and the backbone of slavery. I would give all of that to black women because they did take the brunt of all of the abuse. But if we're going to look at it, Christ said everybody should serve. Everybody should serve. That's one of the things that Christ said he came here to do. He came here to serve.
Remember,
And
that ain't our religion.
If a person feel that because they went and served a white man and
Onion said, remember, that's not our religion.
I heard what Onion said, but I also know that in my religion, Christ is revered as a great man.
You didn't say that.
Juicy
I got
said
you, baby. I got you, baby.
I was you, Onion. I'm sorry. It didn't matter. But
but what I'm saying is, I understand those women from back in those days because my grandmother endured some of that as well. But my grandmother told me that going through that process and not being able to come home and give that same energy to her husband was a no-go. That she was gonna muster that up every day. Because if she's gonna serve a white man his job, she was gonna always have enough energy to serve her children and her husband when she got home.
I met this I had a roommate in college, and she was from Palaca, and I went home to stay with her in Palaca for like Thanksgiving or sometime but I went on a weekend, and her grandfather, they owned like the school, the hospital, the grocery store. They had this house. She said, come on down for breakfast. And when I went to the kitchen of the house I was in for breakfast, wasn't nobody there. And they came running in to get me, and there was this big old building in the back. And all these people were wrapped around the building with their plates in their hand and their utensils, coming up to the place to get served their food. And this was in 1995. Those families all worked hard, did what they did, but their wives didn't cook for them. Her grandma cooked for them, and she served everybody's food to them. So the whole community wasn't brought up with the idea that the wife gonna serve the children, serve the man. She was in line getting served too. Everybody do things different. It's not about the blacks taught this way, Hispanics taught this way. That man is ignorant as hell.
right. And the only thing I'm saying, Juicy, is the video was based on that one man's perspective of what he
exactly.
And then that's what I reiterated to Anya when she asked the question. No, it doesn't mean if you don't cook, you're not a good man, or you get divorced, or you don't get married. No, all I'm saying is something called a courtship. See, that's something that women and men don't do these days. Y'all meet Friday at the club, and then Saturday y'all's your boyfriend. Monday he moving in. You don't even know each other. So during the courtship, when you're getting to know each other, you're going out on dates, you're going to movies, you're going, to restaurants, you're asking questions. You ask those open questions. And that's what I'm saying. You find out if you drink, you smoke, do you use drugs? What kind of drugs? What's your drug of choice? Do you not use drugs? Do you want kids? How do you feel about a woman with kids? What's your religion? Do you practice a religion? If you don't, why not? You have to ask those questions. But see, today they don't ask those questions because there's something say that if you're not equally yoked, it's not going to work. Because spiritually, your God ain't gonna let her God meet, somewhere in the middle. So they're asking the wrong questions. Today's kids and today's individuals are asking questions like, "Well, how big is it? How fast do you come? Are you a screamer? Are you a skeeter or oozer? Do you swallow? Do you spit? None of that matters. What needs to matter is, like I said, you didn't ask those questions like, "How are you with my kids?" You know what I'm saying?
I have a question.
I
said, I have a question. Because you said something, and that right there, when is the ideal time for a person to move in? What do y'all think?
For me, I think if you're to be serious about a relationship, I think a person needs to observe how a person takes care of bills in their home, their own home. There's no way to,
I'll say 6 months to a year.
6 months. I think a year.
Anything less than 6 months, that's too fast.
I mean, my thing is, for me, I've dated, I've had a few dates in my life, and
oh boy, did you?
Like monogamous dates, or you mean dates to TGI Friday dates?
Or all of the above dates.
Thank you, Tony. All of those.
Christmas, Valentine's Day. Those
I don't do none of them dates.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Dates.
Saturday night.
You know that song?
But look at her, it's in her head now. Look at her. But for me, I mean, this is my issue with that, and I think Tony and you both, Juice, have made great points. Is I don't know how you can get into a relationship or talk to somebody for a few months as a woman, and within those few months, you're already asking a man to help you pay your bills in your home. Because if a man asks the woman, who both have their own bills in their own home, asks the woman that he's talking to for a few months, you think you can let me have $250 to catch up on my light bill? Most women gonna look at this nigga like he's a busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted person. But
now, what if when they were dating, everything was fine, and then like say they smoke weed together. She know he smoked weed, and he fucked around and injured himself on the job, and lost his job because he didn't pass the drug test. You know, you injure yourself, you got to get a drug test. So she know he done lost his job, and it's because of what they do on their fun time. And then he come ask her. You think she'll say no? You like it?
It just depends on. For me, I think it just, first of all, she didn't help him lose his job. He lost his own job because he knew he had no business smoking, knowing that you can be injured and this drug test will be administered. So he did that on his own. She did it on her own, and she didn't get hurt on her job. It's not her responsibility to take care of his bills because he had an opportunity to continue paying for his bills and have a lawsuit on his hand had he not have put the drug ahead of his responsibilities.
Exactly.
Now, what if it was her and yeah, he made the choice to do it, but she peer pressured him?
Listen.
No, because I think that there are women out here who would be willing to help their man if their man was in need, and vice versa. Now, if he was that cornball like you said, I see what you're saying too. But I just wanted to just let shine the light that women will help their man.
But Kate, listen, I'm not saying that women don't help men. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, hold on. Kamal said, sounds like Juicy is afraid to say she's willing to make her man feel good, special.
Come on, my man gonna feel like king.
Yes, he is.
He ain't got to worry about that.
So what I'm saying on that part, Juicy, is we're looked upon differently when it comes to that. So what I'm saying is, maybe if they're in a relationship 6-8 months and maybe a year, I could see that woman being already overly attached and invested in this person to where she will help that man. I know it because I've had a few to do it. You have to show who you are. Hold on, Kamal say you have to show who you are and be the part to get the keys to the castle.
Exactly.
Preach, brother Maul. This is the first time you ain't got no tissue wiping your nose. But Juicy, if a man, we talking about 2 months into a relationship, 3 months into a relationship, it's okay for a woman, society-wise, it's okay for a woman to ask a man for financial help. Because women, the society feel like, and it's the women's society, feminists, that say, if a man wants you, he need to show you that he got you. And when they say got you, they mean financial status. That if you fall on your butt, that he should be financially able to lift you up, put you on his shoulders, and carry you to your next destination. But within that same time frame, if that happens to a man, that woman is to look at him and say, why would I be with you, you busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted type of nigga, because you ain't got no business about yourself. Do you think that I'm wrong when I say that's not how it's looked upon, Tony?
It's exactly how it's looked upon.
Miss Adrian?
She walked away from the computer.
Savage? I hope you ain't over there throwing your ass in a circle for the TikTok video.
Well, I think what I think first of all is that a woman needs to make sure her shit is 100% together before she starts even expecting something from a man. Because how can I expect something from you that I can't do for myself?
Exactly.
So I feel like you need to have your shit together before you go out here and start putting demands on somebody else. That was part of the reason why for a long time I didn't get involved with anybody, because I didn't have my shit together. So I couldn't look a man in his face and say to him that you got to bring A, B, and C to the table when I can't even pull a chair up to the table. Now, once I got my stuff together and now my shit is completely together, you got to be able to come to the table with something. And if he gets in a situation where he needs my help, first of all, I'm already going to know he's the type of man that already got his shit together, fell on hard luck, even if it was something stupid he did, like smoking on the job. I already know what type of man he is, so I ain't going to have a problem with helping him.
Right.
Period. Because I'm going to already know. That's just the way now, did I always feel that way? No. Didn't always feel that way, but I feel that way now, because when you live a little longer and you learn certain things, you understand things differently. So first and foremost, anybody I get in a relationship with, if they fall on hard times, even if it's something stupid they did like that, as long as it don't involve no other woman. If it involve another woman, he ass out. Okay? Now he asked out if it involves another woman, but even if it's something stupid like him smoking on the damn job and knowing he wasn't supposed to smoke and getting into an accident, I know what type of man he is already, and I'm gonna go here to help him out.
But Miss Adrian, let me ask you this based off of what you're saying. If you are that woman that have yourself together, got your stuff together, and you got a man, and you know he's a good dude, you know he's a hard worker and things like that. Wouldn't you be the person, because you have his ear more than anybody, because you have his heartstring? Wouldn't you be the person to tell him, baby, I'm gonna need you to stop smoking this weed, because if something happened to you out here on this job, I don't want you to not be able to reap the benefits, or our children to be able to reap the benefits, because you have this THC in your system, you have this cocaine in your system, you have this alpha PVC in your system. I need you to love us more than you love the marijuana.
Yeah, I'm gonna be already said that, but you know, marijuana is a drug, like a cigarette. And when they smoke that shit, it's just kind of hard for them not to smoke on the job. And of course, I'm gonna say that, especially if they dealing with heavy equipment or something that could get them hurt. Of course, I'm gonna be and said that anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway. Well, you know, I don't smoke, but if I did, I'd be like, look, baby, you know you got that job. You need to have your faculties with you. Look, stop, because I didn't even say it to my children, because my kids smoke. My youngest two, not my oldest, be like, don't smoke today. You need to take care, because they get sluggish.
Yes.
You know, they get sluggish and they don't want to do stuff because they too high. So I say to them, And I'm not just, and I would say it to my man too. Look, don't be smoking today. You fuck around and get hurt. And I probably tell him you lose that damn job, you out of here. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna say that. Now, would I do it? It probably not, but I'm gonna say it.
You and you know what, Miss Adrian, I've learned, sometimes men need to hear that I can lose something that I love over
Right.
something that I use.
You're right.
And Auntie
Right.
Adrian
And
drug
sometimes,
too, Auntie Adrian, because they strung out on you. You a drug.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm talking about. Shit.
so we're getting ready to close out. I appreciate everybody for being on this podcast tonight. We're down to the last 4 minutes, and I just want to go ahead and get ready to close us out tonight. It's been a very interesting
Yes, it was good
topic.
coming back with you guys for a minute.
Hold on, Legacy. Before you close out, I just want to remind everybody, definitely tune in on Tuesday. Tuesday's topic is why women move on faster than men. Why do women move on faster than men? That's going to be our topic on Tuesday, so definitely make sure you tune in on Tuesday.
I'm
And
gonna have
Miss
to do that
Adrian,
because I don't
Miss
believe
Adrian,
that. Yeah.
I'm talking.
I definitely I know that this is gonna be a hard one for because I know that they're gonna fight me on this, and I know I miss you, with them, and sometimes you help me. So I definitely want you to come back Tuesday for this show.
Yes, I want to come back for this one. I do too. I want to be there because that's interesting there.
Yep. They couldn't wait till I finish talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And just to remind everybody once again, I'm a notary public, and you can come to me for general power of attorney, living will, and designation of healthcare surrogate, completed and notarized for only $350. That's less than your average attorney, which usually charge about $600 to $1,000. Also, for your designer and stylish prescription glasses, go on over to www.voogueme.com and use promotion code Auntie A for Auntie Adrian and receive a 15% discount. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and order yours today. In addition to doing Republic, I also do fingerprinting, just to let you guys know. And of course, there's Legal Legacy. So going over there to Legal Legacy, you can call him and reach out to Legal Legacy at 229-630-7615. If you've been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children, call Legacy. He has the knowledge and the experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you to get you what you deserve. Again, that's Legal Legacy. And while you're at it, while you're calling him and you lock your keys in your car, also call him once again for Legacy Unlocked. When you are locked out of your vehicle, call Legacy at 229-630-7615. Or you can email him at legacyunlocked@mail.com.
All right, we appreciate that. I appreciate that. And we're gonna get ready to take us out tonight. We're gonna start off with Miss Adrian and her special glasses. With Miss Auntie Adrian, let them folks know how they can get them glasses. See, I would get one from you, but they say that my lenses will be too thick. I'll be magnifying people.
Let me put my glasses on for you. So y'all can check me. I'll go to Vogue You. I say that wrong. Actually, they changed the name. It's not Vogue You Me. It's not Vogue Me. It's Vogue Glam now. But anyway, you can check me out at Real Talk from My Kitchen to Yours with Adrian. You can also go to my Facebook page, which is Adrian Willoughby. You can also go to my Instagram, which is Sweetie Peach 70. But if you go to the website, VogueMe.com, and enter in my code, Auntie Adrian, 15% off. What y'all waiting for? Thanks for having me, y'all.
So we pray. Hey, Savon.
Savon, we love you.
Miss Adrian. Savon say he love your glasses.
Do it. Thank you.
She love your glasses. My bad, Savon. But we're gonna move on. Savon, we definitely need you on this show come Tuesday too. So hit Tony up and let us know when you'll be able to come. We're gonna also go into with our sister from on the other side of the Mississippi with the sweetest cakes. Miss Jew Cake, let them know how they can reach out to you.
I'm on the other side of the Mason-Dixon line.
I was copying Tony.
with the juiciest cakes.
Yeah.
But you can find me here every Tuesday and Friday. ATL show. Ain't no time but 9 o'clock. So you can't let them know what time you gonna be here for 9 o'clock. Got my website. It's enliventoyou.com and on Facebook, Nicole Purse. It's beautiful. On Instagram and TikTok, it's Juicy Cakes. You got me there.
Is that all?
Yeah, I'm not telling them the phone number. I mean, it's there if they copy it, but I don't answer it no more after. Like it seems like they call after the show and then early in the morning. So
They want to ski.
To the ceiling, to the
To the
wall.
wall.
Ain't no sweat dripping off these balls.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I cannot.
They call you my phone sex.
Oh, boy, y'all done mess around.
One.
Boy, y'all done mess around and let Juicy get loose off in this
Oh,
thing.
eat. Oh, eat.
Yes. No, they
But
calling the wrong one.
my other half, we're gonna start off and bring out the second boss lady of this show, the one that makes us all laugh and cry, talk the most shit. Savage one. Let them know, baby.
I'm not no boss lady. Let's just get that clear. But IGT Savage 1000, Facebook on your Drayton Birds, TikTok at T_Savage 100, Birds on you at gmail.com.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. We're gonna reach out and bring up our sister, the boss lady. That since Savage don't want to be a boss lady either, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out the boss lady then. The one and only Thelma Sweetness Harris, Tyson's mom. You can reach her on Instagram at Thelma01. You can also reach her on Facebook at Thelma Copeland Copeland 1. Just in time accessories at gmail.com and www.justintimeaccessory.com. Her phone number is not to be told. If you call that number, it ain't about business. It ain't my fault. So please let it be about business.
Right.
I was just gonna go beat while you said it.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna break out the boss man, the one that makes it all possible for us all to be on this podcast, to be able to share our opinions, to be able to hear our voices on places and be places that we never thought we would be heard upon. My brother, pain in the ass, best friend, the one and only Mr. Anthony Brown. Boss man, let them know.
Yes, I'm Anthony Brown, the Anthony Brown. You can reach me on all social media. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook under the Anthony Brown Show. Also, I have a Facebook page called Anthony the Writer. Please follow that page as well. I share a plethora of information on that page. And sometimes I want you all to live by, because I live by it wholeheartedly. That's you got to grind until you shine.
That's right.
And if you need business purposes only, please reach out to me 561-768-3710.
All right. As we get ready to end the show, I'm gonna just bring out, it's me, Legacy the Great. You can reach me on Facebook at Dream Williams, or you can reach me on YouTube, Antonio Williams. My email address is legacyunlock@mail.com. Business purposes only. Give me a call at 229-630-7615. In closing tonight, I'm gonna just say this: parents. I'm not gonna single out mothers or race. Raise your children. Be in your children's lives. Be the example, so that when your children get ready to embark on whichever way they want to go in mateship, that they are able to recognize that a person is for them or not, and also be able to simulate what another person will be getting outside of sex, far as the things that they can bring to the table, other than I'm a bad bitch or I'm a boss nigga and things like that. So just go ahead. It's okay to teach, to love, to nurture, and to care, and to show it openly before you lock in with somebody and find out that that person is not the person that you thought they was. ATL.
ATL. They're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you ever catch, just spell the way. First off, I ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if you come with 28, man, shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Usually dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. Just the message. I'm talking open hell with taste. The cool little feeling foggy, I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. On against me, must be you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message, hope it leave you from the rapper. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL, ho.